I'm back on YouTube, and I wasn't really planning to be, but something made me go and check my channel because I haven't even looked or signed into my YouTube account in 10 months, and I saw that I had over 1,000 views on my first Crohn story video, and just something about that made me want to potentially post another video and just see how it goes and maybe keep doing this, because I do love filming and doing videos. It just takes a lot of time, and I haven't been feeling well. So yeah, and also I don't know, like I feel like it's something that it takes getting used to doing, but I also feel like really silly when I film videos and like talking to myself. And if you can't tell, like for my other videos, I moved to Providence. And yeah, I'm here now. So if you're new, hi, my name is Emily. I have Crohn's disease. That's why I started this channel. And my Instagram, The Lovely Digest, which I guess I'll break the news here first. I've been like mentioning it on my Instagram a little bit. I do have a creative business, so I'm going to be rebranding from The Lovely Digest. It just feels like I've kind of like moved on from that name to want to like focus more on my creative business and share a little bit more about that. My business is essentially doing branding and graphic design and visual design for wellness brands. So I think it's still relevant to share my story and my wellness journey, and to have like YouTube and social media as an outlet to share those things, especially because after seeing my first video having over 1,000 views, like clearly it's important, and I want to share like my experience with Crohn's because as I mentioned in that video, which I will link above, that when I was first diagnosed with Crohn's, I couldn't find like a lot of people sharing their story online, at least in very much depth. And so I kind of wanted to do that to help other people feel more confident about making decisions about their diagnosis in a very overwhelming time, in a time that makes you want to just like go and hibernate and just process the fact that you're getting diagnosed with something that is going to be with you for the rest of your life and change you forever, which seems super daunting and overwhelming at first, before you have a chance to get used to it. And also like because you usually have to make a lot of fast decisions in the first couple of months because you're in pain and you don't want to be in pain anymore, and you have to make big life choices in that time period. So I just kind of wanted to share the last month or two of what I've been going through. I'm currently in a very bad flare, although I have put on makeup and clothes today, so I feel good today, but who knows what'll happen next. So I wanted to take this time and share what's been going on with you. So the last few months have been kind of really hard, but I think, you know, I was doing really well holistically and naturally before this all happened. So I didn't really expect to get sick, but then I guess the stress of moving and lots of like events happening all at once, and it was just like one thing after another of like, oh, I just have to get through this weekend and then I'll feel better, and I'll just get through this and feel better, and then I'll be able to focus on myself, and it just never really happened. So I went from like being able to manage my Crohn's with like food and just meditation and mindfulness to not, and having nothing working again. When I was first diagnosed, it felt like nothing was working, so I went on antibiotics twice before I could really get my footing and kind of like take care of my body myself. And then in the last 2 months, I really wasn't feeling well, but I knew that I had a colonoscopy coming up in October. And so I just waited it out and was in pain and didn't say anything because I was like, oh, I'm sure it's fine. Like, I'm kind of a wuss when it comes to pain, or at least I tell myself that, which probably isn't a good thing. And so I just waited, and I didn't really know what to expect. I knew that I wasn't feeling well, and I actually went on antibiotics right before my colonoscopy to try to help with the pain. And they did, but I noticed that they weren't working as well as they did the first time. And I went into the colonoscopy just like not completely knowing what was going to happen. And my doctor was really not prepared either, because my first doctor had never sent her the full like story, which I talked about in previous videos, of like how I was doing and all of my test results. So she was kind of like going in with the impression that, oh, well, whatever he didn't send over, like how can she know how bad I really was in the first place? And if I didn't say anything, which is on me, about how I was feeling, she didn't really know. So that being said, afterwards I woke up and she came out and said that she wouldn't have done the colonoscopy if she had known that I had like that much inflammation and ulcers in my colon, because there was a much higher risk that I would have torn. So luckily she's a very good gastroenterologist up in Boston, and she was amazing, and she held my hand through the whole thing. But yeah, it just wasn't good news. I have 3 really deep ulcers in my colon. Yeah, basically not good. She said the intestinal wall is very thin, so the risk of me tearing was really high. So they held me in the hospital for 4 days because I was in a lot of pain. And I think it was a combination of just like the gas pain, because they blow air into your stomach while doing the colonoscopy, and then also like just the ulcers getting aggravated by, you know, having tubes all up in there for the colonoscopy. So I kind of bargained my way out of the hospital because I just wanted to come home. They wanted to hold me until my first infusion, but then I found out that my infusion wasn't going to be for 2 weeks. So I was like, okay, there's no way I'm spending 2 weeks in the hospital. Please let me go home. I was eating solids, so they did end up letting me go home on a course of antibiotics that I just finished. And just wasn't expecting this, but the antibiotics made me feel really sick. I was really nauseous, and I am still like not super hungry, but I've been off of them for 2 days now, and I already feel so much better. Like I'm still in pain, but luckily the antibiotics are over with. I'm on a course of probiotics now, self-administered, but they are what helped me in the past, and they are currently helping me. So yeah, that is kind of where I'm at now, just waiting my first infusions on November 1st, and I'm going on Inflectra, which is biosimilar to Remicade. It's basically the same thing. It's Pfizer's name brand of Remicade. And that is where I'm at. I am just literally just trying to survive through to the next week, which is kind of scary, but so far, even since getting off the antibiotics, I've been feeling a lot better. Things have kind of returned to normal. My symptoms are baseline, if like not better. Like I haven't even been in as much pain as I was before. But that being said, I've also been like super bland with my food, where I am not having any sugar or refined sugar. I'm not having anything spicy or uncooked or raw veggies or fruits. I'm just really sticking with the basics. So I can like leave a link down below to the UMass Amherst, I believe, the IBD foods list that I follow, and that has usually been like really good for me. I also just want to say that I'm not allergic to or sensitive to gluten or dairy whatsoever. I had tests done for that, so I know that I can eat those items. So I've basically been living on like sourdough bread and toast and eggs and applesauce, and the basically kind of like the brat diet, plus like a couple of other things, because I've been feeling really weak and just have been trying to eat really well in order to bring up my strength and my energy. But yeah, that has been the story up until now. I hope that's helpful for anyone going through something similar. I know that sit-down chats are not super interesting, so I'm gonna try to like keep this a little bit more vloggy, maybe take a couple of clips of what my life has looked like recently. So I will cut to that now. So I've been watching a lot of Sarah's Day lately in vlogs, just because they help pass the time. And this, for anyone who has like nausea while having, let me turn you around. For anyone having like nausea while taking antibiotics, ginger teas and chopping up fresh ginger and mixing it with lemon and putting it in boiling hot water and letting it steep and like cool down for a little while, that helps the nausea so much. I can't even tell you. Like it helps me a lot to feel like more calm and have more energy also. While we're here, I'm gonna give you a little tour of the apartment. So you walk in here, it's our main door. I have a little horseshoe from Majik, the horse that I used to ride up there when I was little, for good luck. And this is Mike's office space. It's kind of where he works. He has his own little corner in our cutie little living room. Pretty much everything we got on Facebook Marketplace or already had from school. So yeah, this is Mike's closet because I have my own like closet office space. I jokingly call it the cloffice, but we have some updates. We're gonna put this shelf, I think, up there along with my corkboard, and this isn't my favorite part of the entire apartment. It's just this little space with my like Pinterest inspiration board. And yeah, my junk cart that is currently being used for sorting like receipts and all the things that I have to go through. And just other things that I'm not sure where to put yet. This is like my workout stuff is all in here. So I'll do like workouts in the morning and my meditation. I'll roll out my yoga mat there. And this is our kitchen. Super cute. I found this table. I have to tell everyone that I found this table at Salvation Army for $13 and I just cleaned it up and refinished it and just took off the lacquer on top. And then my dad built us these benches, and so I sewed cushions for the top of them, because maybe I'll insert a picture into the video of like what I found this bench in Target, but it was so expensive and I just was like, I don't want to buy 2 of these. So my dad made these benches, and then these are chairs that I've had forever that I found at a yard sale and like convinced my parents to bring back from upstate New York. And so I finally get to use them and painted them this blue color. And then this, my entire family had a hand in this. This took so long. I'll also insert a picture of what this looked like before. My dad loves woodworking, and I really thought that this was going to be a lot easier than it was, but I'm very happy with the way that it turned out. I love like the French aesthetic of like the pine wood and like English, I think it's called English pine. But yeah, I love like how unique our kitchen is. It's a little messy right now, but whatever. I thought that these were gonna bother me because I'm the kind of person that like does not like to see mess, but I don't know, I think they're kind of cute. And I sewed these so that we can like still kind of get light in and don't have to have the ugly blinds down all of the time. So yeah, and then by the way, when we found this apartment, or Mike found this apartment, and it was just not in any kind of state, it was disgusting, and they came in and they renovated all of it. So like this, our bathroom is completely new, and I feel very lucky about that. It's very, very small. I think it's 5 feet by 5 feet, but they made it work. So we just have a shower, but it's very cute and I love it. And then this is our bedroom with our little fire pit outside, and I'm just very proud of it. This is another Facebook Marketplace find, and you can't really see it now, but my dad and I built this bed literally in the week before we moved in, and I'm also very proud of that. It's very beautiful, and I am going to make like a French style headboard for it. But yeah, this is the apartment. Also just wanted to show my outfit because that's what influencers do, right? Ooh, the mirror's amazingly dirty. These pants, I hate to say it, I really like to shop super sustainably. Like I know H&M is like, even their conscious collection is not super conscious, but they are the only pants that ever like are just long enough and fit me really well. Like I have lost a ton of weight in the last couple of weeks, so they don't even fit me that well anymore. But once I fill out a little bit, they're so stretchy and like, I don't know, super cute, super flattering when I'm not a stick figure. And this sweater is just from Salvation Army, I think, but it's from J. Crew, and I love orange and blue. So, outfit of the day. So I think I'm gonna wrap up this video now because I've been talking for so long and I just spent the majority of the time like doing a catch up with you guys. So I'm going to sign off now. Make sure to subscribe and like this video if you want more content. That is how I know that it's important and worthwhile for me to keep doing this despite feeling kind of silly doing it. I do enjoy putting these together. So yeah, let me know if I should keep going. I'm going to go through some of the questions that I've been getting on older videos, and then if they're like relevant and stuff, I'll answer them in the next couple of videos. So thank you for sticking with me and continuing to watch my videos even when I haven't uploaded in 10 months. So yeah, stay tuned. Make sure to subscribe for wellness content and fun Crohn's things and cool stuff like that. I hope that I can get more like artistic with my videos and stuff, but for now, just doing it and going for it is what I'm gonna do. So I hope you guys have a lovely rest of your weekend and enjoy your Sunday, and have a good next week.